you know what? I'll just say this. The grocery store gonna get mad at me if I complain about the carts not being returned.
Wait, what?
Like if I come on the podcast and complain about something or talk about something,
Yeah.
am I supposed to talk about no people, places, or things while I'm here?
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you're having a really good day so far. I am having a lazy Saturday, which is so welcome in my world. What a week. I won't go into the details, but it was exhausting. It was trying. It was overwhelming at times. I'm really grateful to my audience here online because it makes me feel a lot less alone in life. I love meeting up with y'all in the live chat and just expressing myself in general. I feel like it's maybe not valuable to many people, but I think this little community here online is valuable enough to keep showing up for. You can probably see me in the reflection of the TV, and I'm avoiding my responsibilities today. I don't know. There's so much to do, and it's not knitting. I could just be knitting, but I don't know. I really want to pick up my house. I feel like I have the most motivation to knit when my environment is like clean and clear. And something I've been doing a lot lately, I think I mentioned this in my last video, but I've been deep cleaning. And the thing about deep cleaning is that it only lasts for like a very short amount of time. And then you have to do it again. It's just like the dust forms out of thin air. And what I've also noticed is that the more consistent I am with deep cleaning, the less there is to clean up. And the more and more I clean and clean and clean, the less and less there is, and it takes less time and it takes less energy, and the whole house feels better and better throughout the week. So I'm really on my cleaning journey right now. I've been deep cleaning different areas of the house. I'm going to tell you about what I plan to clean today. I feel like the weeks leading up to the new year are the best times to clean because there is a superstition in one culture or another that you're not supposed to like sweep your house or take out your trash or like let go of anything on New Year's Day because it's bad luck. So I'm trying to like do all that before the new year so that I feel like I have everything I want on January 1st and nothing I don't need. That's my plan. So I'm gonna manifest that today. I'm gonna clean my house per usual. That's what I've been doing the last few weeks, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm up to. First, I'm going to detail my fiddle leaf fig. This is my oldest fiddle leaf. Nope, that's not true. I propagated this tree from another, but it's a true tree. It stands on this very wonky little pedestal. One day it won't need one, but I wanted it to have the best chance at getting the most light, and it loves this window. I mean, if you can't tell, I probably should turn it. I think I might even trim it a little bit because this limb is getting a fair bit long, and I could turn a piece of this into a whole new tree. Not that it matters. I don't need any more trees, but I want to try to, maintain the shape of the tree as it grows. And I think that if I were to cut it back, maybe even to like here, and then if it were to branch again, I think that would be a really nice shape. So I'm going to get out a microfiber cloth and a hot bucket of water. I'll probably just leave the solution to water. I don't know if I have any thing that'll kind of lift the dirt easier that's safe for plants, so I'm just going to do hot water. But you can see there's like a thick kind of layer of dust that has settled onto the leaves here. So I want to do that. And I want to change my bedding, so I need to wash last week's bedding. I also need to do a load of towels. I've never been to a dry cleaners, but I'm going to take these blazers to the dry cleaners this week, I decided. So there's that. I just don't know where to go. There's a dry cleaners in my office building, and I went to find out what the pricing is, and it's like $18 per blazer, which feels like an extraordinary amount of money. And breakfast has to go downstairs. I have every makeup brush in my possession to wash. And I like to keep this area clean, but all week long it becomes more and more cluttered. I have a sock to mend. This is one of the first socks I've ever knit, like pair of socks anyway. And I have to mend this hole. Now, I do have this yarn, I think. Believe it or not, this was originally a red yarn, so I don't have the same color to mend it with. But I am going to mend these socks because they're hand knit. And for the most part, they've held up pretty well. But you can see that heel has blown out. And with an afterthought heel, it's pretty easy to fix, but I'll probably just mend it with some, with a darning needle. I probably won't even get out my knitting needles to make this repair. But I want to accomplish that today. I think I'm going to light a candle. This is like such a fragrant candle. I just took the lid off and I can smell it like several feet away from my nose. I need to just give it a rinse in the shower. I have like a watering can, and I'll kind of just like give the leaves a bath and let the plant drain. That's very often like when I will add a little fertilizer, but it seems like it has a fair amount of fertilizer already. This planter does not have a drain at the bottom. So I'm kind of thinking about taking this plant out of its container and giving it a little bit of a revamp, a little bit of a cutback, a little bit of a redo. It just, it's not the greatest pothos of my collection, and I'm kind of over these vintage jars. Like, they're just really hard to like freshen up. So I don't know. I think I might just yank this plant out of my room and see what else I can put there. I'm sure I have another pothos somewhere, or I can create a new one. But anyway, I already cut this back. I forgot I left it here. I did block my granny squares. I talked about blocking last week. As you can see, they're all lined up, looking pretty. I do need to crochet more. I have so many more to crochet, but honestly, the way that I weave in my ends as I go, it really does not take any time. If you haven't seen my tutorial on how to crochet the perfect granny square, I give you all my tips and tricks on how to weave in ends as you crochet, and as you can tell, like, it is, I forgot this one, or maybe I just need to trim the end. I think that's just a trim job. Anyway, as you can tell, like, it's not super obvious the manner in which I tuck them in. Anytime I have tiny little bits, I leave that until finishing the sweater, because often I can hook those under the next row and you'll never see it, and then they won't ever pop out again. So I'm waiting to trim all my tiny ends, but I digress. This plant also needs a dusting. Very dusty. I wish I had a shower head that I could remove and, like, get down to the plant, but I need to cut this back. It's like growing into the radiator. I don't have much to clean up in this room, except that I never detailed my cool little case. I think I might make this my crochet case because I love a little allegory in my life. And it might give me a way to better organize my yarn. Right now, my yarn stash for this project, what is that?
What was that?
Oh, it's trash. I did replant this plant. It has been looking so sad. This plant has been very happy since I propagated this pothos. You might recall seeing I had a pothos growing over these picture frames, and I just cut the entire thing back, rerooted a few stems, and think I even changed out all of the soil in that little planter. But it's very happy. Could use a light dusting. This picture frame is caked in dust, and this propagation didn't go quite as planned. In fact, I think now might be the worst time to propagate because it's just too cold and there's not enough light. I actually couldn't tell you what it takes to propagate, even though I've done it successfully a zillion times. In fact, this plant was once big and gorgeous, and then it just got so big it couldn't sustain itself and it was just flopped all over the place. I just cut it entirely back and I repotted the whole thing. So I'm a little optimistic, but it's nothing like it once was. I have to finish detailing this room. I did a lot, but I can see areas that I missed. Like I have to dust all of my picture frames. Just when I think I've replanted or potted pothos or whatever, there's like more to cut back. Like this one here by the window, it's so finicky. I guess this is like a pretty bright corner, so it grows like really fast, but then it can't sustain itself at the same time. So I don't know, very weird. Scab used to have a basket on top of that radiator. I think she wants it back. I don't know if I have it anymore. I think I might have tossed it. Maybe I need to find one at a thrift store. Hey, sweet girl. Anyway, I do want to really just give my leaves a little dusting, a little trim. Keep them fresh, keep them clean. And I just want to wash every surface of my life, especially upstairs, because I feel like I spend the most time up here. And I want to deep clean my bathroom. Do you like this mask? It is from Haiti. My grandparents have visited Haiti a few times, and I can't imagine what it was like then. Probably nothing like it is now. It's one of a few things that I inherited from them, which is pretty much all I inherited. The mask, the couch, the cuckoo clock, a mohair throw blanket, which I should get out because it's like seasonal. Ugh, I'm gonna get that out. And did I say the cuckoo clock? This cuckoo clock was my grandmother's. It no longer works. It stopped working. It does work, actually. I mean, the clock works, but there's this third chain that somehow is disconnected, and it's supposed to play a song every hour on the hour, but it just gives a little woo-hoo on the half hour. We don't run it because it's obnoxiously loud, but I love looking at it. I love living with it. And long before my grandmother passed away, I did inherit this chandelier and this photo of her, which is iconic. It's not actually a photograph, it's some other kind of image thing. I don't know what that red paint situation is about, but you can see it's like this neat vintage method of photography of some kind. Anyway, this is my winter decor. Did I ever show it to you? That candy bowl has been empty almost as soon as it was full. And those trees do light up. I need to fix the timers so that they're on a little earlier. And I think I'm gonna light a candle today, and I just really want to deep clean the house. I was editing a video, I think it was last week's, and I was just thinking, like, she looks miserable. She just had the most miserable expression. She was a little bit more annoying than usual. And so we took her to the vet. We drugged her like we always do. We went there to get her blood drawn. They were unsuccessful. They asked us to come back again for another appointment, which we would again have to pay for. And it was just an insane amount of money that they wanted to charge for that. And I'm kind of glad that they couldn't get that job done, because I went to a different vet this morning who was able to get us in like even faster than her normal vet. And her normal vet isn't even who she's been seeing for a long time. We actually switched about a year ago, and whatever, it doesn't matter. But she went to a new to her vet today, who it's the same vet I've taken my feral cats to. They're just so good with animals. Like they will treat any animal. And we took her to this vet. It cost a fraction of the price, and he gave her an antibiotic shot because she does have an infected tooth, and he's hoping that that might clear the infection. We got her blood drawn today. We'll have the results in a few days, and she has another appointment to see him in a week to see if it's improved or not, and to schedule surgery if she's a candidate. So we're not sure because of her age if she can go under anesthesia, but she might need to. But either way, this new veterinarian did something to help her, which I'm so relieved. It's so frustrating when you go to the vet and they say, we don't know. Why don't you come back and maybe we'll know then? And it's like, why am I paying you for anything? Why did I come here? It seems like the modern approach is, why don't we do a lot of diagnostics and have you invest a lot of resources into one of many creatures on this planet that need care. Like, I love this cat. You know I love my cat. You know that I would do anything for my animals. But I don't know that I can justify a $3,600 procedure on a 12-year-old cat whose life might not even be improved. It could kill her, as far as I know, because of her age and the delicate nature of her health. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm very happy with the experience we had this morning at her new veterinary office. I trust them, and I think that she's in really good hands there. And I'm very happy that it costs a fraction of the price to get her medical treatment there. So that was today. We went at around late afternoon. Sorry, I have like plant debris I need to clean up. She is zonked. She is zonked on gabapentin. And like I said, she got that shot of antibiotic. So I think her body is like really, really working hard to clear this infection. And I hope you'll keep your fingers crossed for her. Say a little prayer. Pray to the kitty gods that she improves, because I could tell she was uncomfortable. I just knew it. She's so loud all the time. And I felt like she was telling me she needed help. So I think she's annoyed with me right now because I'm keeping her up. I'm going to leave her alone. But I need to put away her carrier and start a load of laundry. Shippy, you want to go outside? Yeah. We're going to go outside. Oh, let me show this to you. I'm going to put this in the compost really quick. I also want to make another cup of coffee because I've only had one coffee today, and on Saturdays we drink a lot of coffee. I'm excited to use this. I bought this on sale on the Capri website. I think they're still doing a sale right now. I can't tell you if I recommend it or not because I haven't used it yet. But this is the Capri Blue Volcano Scent Cleaning Concentrate. I'm excited to use this in a bucket of hot soapy water. I usually use Dr. Bronner's Cell Suds. That is my absolute favorite surface cleaner, floor cleaner. Anything I use a microfiber towel and hot soapy water, I use that, but I really wanted something that smelled yummy and delicious, and I kind of just got sucked into the 30% off sale. So I'm excited to try this out. And I think I'm gonna light some candles and get going. I might also do a little bit of a crafty thing and possibly comb the remaining bag of this fiber. I think I'm gonna make that a goal for the day so that I can say I did a crafty thing. This is fiber I need to wash. So I'm gonna just put that there. Maybe I'll get around to that. Who knows? The day is still young. It's a little later than I'd like it to be, but I think Shibby's letting me know she thought she was going outside. You wanna go outside? I also I've been on an Amazon kick lately. I never shop on Amazon because who likes Amazon? Not me. But I signed up for the free week of Amazon Prime so I could watch football. I think the Lions were playing on a Thursday, or maybe it was the Bills. Some team I like was playing on a Thursday, and I signed up for a free trial. And I bought a new set of needles. These are size 1s because I didn't have any 1s, and now I do. I also planted some baby chard. I think it's gonna do well. Some of them might have died back. I really haven't been watering this garden very well. But you can see my grass is growing back. I had to recondition the soil. It had just gotten so dry, so compact. It was like a rock of clay. And I'm very optimistic that the grass will grow back in the spring now. I've been managing the leaves quite well, but then all of the leaves fell off my pawpaw trees, and now I need to clean those up. They always get scattered into this little corner here. And I don't know if these 2 cat houses are even in use. It looks like they maybe have been using them both. Oh, there's a kitty in there now. You probably can't see him. Orange Tabby's in that house. That's good. I'm glad to know they're getting use. And this is the main house here. Anyway, it's cold. We're gonna go back inside now. Come on, Ship. Skip. Good girl. I also, not today, but sometime this week, I really want to recaulk the kitchen. This, I don't know what you call it. This rubbery caulk here. I am like seeing it kind of lift and break apart. So I really want to scrape off this old caulk, and I want to do a very thin bead of the caulk you can paint over, because I'm not a fan of the thick white caulk. It's just, I hate it. I really want a caulk that is like nearly invisible, that I can bring the paint down so it's just wood and then wall and you don't see the caulking. That would be my preference. So I realize I probably need, I don't know if I'm going to recaulk this area. It's kind of not peeling as badly, but I don't know, it seems like the wrong, I don't know if it's just the wood surface is like doesn't stick to it as much or what, but it's just like too easy for it to lift, and then it looks funny, you know? Okay. I wish it weren't like that. I made bacon this morning. We never make bacon in our household. We're not a bacon family. We don't eat a lot of pork, mainly because where pork is raised, it is a disaster for the environment, and they accumulate these like pits of pig shit that become liquid pits of hell.
The vast majority of these factory hog farms utilize what's called a lagoon and spray field system to manage their waste. And in reality, even on the best day, the surrounding communities live under constant threat of an environmental catastrophe. The industry is feverishly working to remove animals from the coastal plain. The waste is remaining. Many of the operators are furiously drawing down those lagoons by spraying, even in violation of their permit after the National Weather Service has issued warnings prohibiting it. And there are still 62 of these factory swine operations storing more than 200 million gallons of animal waste generated each year in the 100-year floodplain.
The hogs are kept in tent metal housing, and they have slats in the floor where whenever they go to the bathroom or abort baby piglets or whatever happens with them, it falls through the slats in the floor and it's piped out there are pipes running underneath the ground, and the waste is piped out into the open air lagoon. And there are all kinds of chemicals. There's and this urine and fecal matter produces methane, ammonia gases, and so you can smell it. And what people say, it smells like rotten eggs, sometimes rotten collard greens, or it's just a terrible smell. And they have been forced off of their wells because they were seeing remnants of the waste in their well waters by the coloring and the odors coming out of their well water.
Shame of this all is that the contract grower is in a fix as well, because Smithfield, who's pocketing all of the monies from these operations, won't do the right thing by the people in it that live around these animals. They don't do the right thing by the contract growers, and so they're in a fix and a catch-22. Smithfield owns everything, the hogs, the trucks, the feed, everything except the waste. The waste belongs to that grower who is not being paid enough to do anything different from what they're doing. But Smithfield is pocketing billions of dollars in profit every year and can do something about it, but they won't, because it's just like in a capitalist society. Your goal is profit over people. You don't care about what happens to anybody else as long as you get your dollar bill. Sad part about having to deal with this stuff is that it doesn't have to be this way. It does not have to be this way.
It's just not something I want to support, but I got the taste of bacon, and I couldn't let it go. I saw it at Aldi, and I thought, this is for me, and I realized again today it's not for me. The whole house stinks like bacon, so I need to do something to get rid of this bacon smell, and I have to clean bacon grease now because I didn't layer the tray well. But here we have one more room. I'll show you because I think we've gone into all the rooms. I have to do a little bit of cleaning here. Obviously, this cat house tree thing needs a good scrub down. My glass shelves are filthy, disgusting. And I do need to move this fiddlehead leaf. I keep saying fiddlehead, and that's not it. That's not at all what I meant. Fiddle leaf fig. This is the OG. This is the original fiddle leaf, and it is really struggling to function where it's at right now. You can see this leaf is dying. Many other leaves look unthrilled. And it's saddening because it's just, soon it'll have nothing left if I don't relocate it. And I'd hate for that to happen. So I think what I'm going to do is pick her up and move her to this window here, which gets a lot of indirect light. This faces almost southwest, and the front of the house faces like northeast. So that's kind of like just not enough for that tree. I think I'm gonna move it here and see if it does any better. I don't know. I mean, it might need to be closer to the window, but I like having more visibility. I'm not sure. It's hard to say because right now neither of them are all that bright. Okay, that is the sound of needing to refill the coffee. Look what I just did. What is wrong with me? What is actually wrong with me? This is so annoying because I have the ground coffee already in there. Wow, Taylor, girl, you're doing too much right now. I got most of the beans out of this, but there's still some whole ones mixed in, which I don't think is gonna hurt my coffee. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna take out the compost. I'm gonna clean the counter, clean the sink, clean up everything, and then I will be right back. And just like that, the kitchen is done. Yes, I have cleaned it up. I do need to, this is probably too late because it's already winter, but these are bulbs. You can't see them. Tulip and daffodil bulbs. I meant to plant them and I never did. I wonder if I should wait or just do it now. Let me know in a comment below. I also need to paint this wall properly. I pulled out, I think, the wrong paint, and I realized I didn't have enough and I didn't finish, but I'm just gonna repaint this one wall, not today, but if you're ever wondering why my wall looks stupid, I thought I would do some touch-up work, and then I realized this isn't working. So that was a mistake in the end, but you know, in 2025, it's bound to happen. I just have to physically go get the paint, and it's a blend that I can't pick up around the corner. I have to go a little bit out of my way. Maybe I'll do that this week while I have the chance. Anyway, the kitchen's done. So one room is down. This is how our kitchen looks all the time. This is the homeostasis of our kitchen. And it's my favorite kitchen of all time. It's just big enough for 2 people, barely. I don't know how people live without dishwashers. I have lived without a dishwasher for multiple years, many years, in fact, from 2008 until 2015. So for 7 years, I lived without a dishwasher, and I will never go back. I will not go back. It's just too good. And really, I mean, they don't take up that much space. Like, if you have a sink, a dishwasher, a stove, some drawers, maybe a cabinet, you know, that's all you really need. That is all you need. You can make use of space, you know? As long as you just don't hoard shit. Just keep what you need, let go of what you don't, get yourself a dishwasher. I think before we move on to upstairs, which is where I was about to go, and I did light this candle, by the way. I think it looks so majestic. I'm going to do the living room next. So I'm gonna dust a few things. I'm gonna change out the blanket pillow sitch. I actually don't have winter decor pillows. Oh, I didn't see that trash there. But I do have like ideas, you know, maybe since it is December, maybe it's time I make that a weekend project. I would like to crochet some pillow covers that are like winter aesthetic. I just have so much orange and brown and amber happening in this room. I don't know how like green will fit in. In fact, I have some green pillows over there in the sunroom. They're like a yellowy green. I put them in this room one time and they just looked terrible. Like they were the wrong hue. So I think if I incorporate green, it needs to be like a very dark, almost black green for it to really aesthetically fit in. You can see I've already like embraced the orange winter. I might just stick with orange and not get too caught up in Christmas, you know? I don't know. I think I just need more gold and more glitz. And I can probably get rid of the fall leaves now because like any leaves that were on the ground, they've lost their color. Like they have got to go. So I'm going to put my phone down and I'm gonna do this room and I'll be right back. I have moved the fiddle leaf. I don't know if it's gonna thrive there. I hope it might. It does block my view of that pothos, but that pothos has kind of been struggling. I don't wanna move it though because I like looking at it and seeing both of my 2 hanging planters like mirroring one another. But whatever. Did this little thing here. Little Christmas moment. I think I'm done for the day. I did not roller skate like I had hoped I might, but I did finish decorating the house. I keep forgetting to put my December picture up. I'll have to do that and show you what I'm talking about. I don't think you know what that means, but I have my holiday stuff out. on display. See my little Christmas books and the little magazine thing. And I did clean the shelves. I moved my tree and have all my little things lit. Brought my little train case down to show you. Brian's playing his guitar, so I came downstairs to finish this video. But I gave this a nice little washing, and I have all my crochet yarns neatly tucked away in here, and I'm very excited to keep crocheting granny squares. I think that this might be enough yardage for the whole thing. So this is the color story I am working with. I need to do a lot of granny squares still. I have plenty more to go. And I should have some yarn left over to make a little granny square sweater for Shippy. Also, I really want to start crocheting more sweaters for Shippy because everyone she has already is worn out. So she needs more sweaters. And I need to do my nails. I do my nails every weekend now, these days anyway. And did I show you this? I forgot to pull this holiday guy out. I don't know if this is the right display for him, but it felt like the trees might be big enough for such a large figure. But anytime I'm at the thrift store and I find a ceramic sheep, a vintage ceramic sheep, I buy it. Even if I break up a nativity scene. That's that. And I did a lot today. I moved my tree. Did I already tell you? I don't know. When I say I did a lot, I did not do a lot. But I did rest and relax. I don't know if I love the tree here, but I feel like it might do better. I should probably turn it towards the window, but then I'm looking at what I feel like is the back of it. I don't know. Tell me what you would do. Also, I hate the stakes. I wonder if I can take them out now. This tree was leaning hardcore. I'm afraid if I remove the stakes. Maybe. Yeah, I think I can remove the stakes now. I think that the tree has been trained to stand upright. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Maybe you know better than I do. I also never got around to combing, but maybe tomorrow. Definitely not doing this week, but I should. There's so much I should do. I'm not gonna should on myself. One of you reminded me, please don't should on you, and I won't. I'll stop. But that's that. And did I show you this? My cute little Christmas moment. I don't incorporate a lot of like explicitly Christmas stuff because I'd rather my decor last through January and February when the weather is dark and gloomy. But I did get out my grandmother's mohair blanket, and I don't know, I just love this. I love the subtle Christmas decor. You know what I mean? It's like there, but it's like not there. And it's gold and glittery. I didn't do many lights. I should bring more lights into this room. I just have to get the batteries and stick them in, but I did you see I have a little bit of a garland thing going on here. So that's happening. Kind of festive, subtly. And that's my holiday decor this year. I try to do different things with the same objects every year. These picks are amazing. I bought them at the thrift store. They were $2. I think I found them out of state. Random thrift store I'd never been to. I went in with a pumpkin spice latte and brown lip liner smeared all over my face. And the guy in the store was so nice to me. And I got in the car when we were done shopping and I saw myself in the mirror. I was like, Brian, why did you let me look like this? I was humiliated. And I gave him a talking to. I said, you can't let me look like this in public. It's embarrassing. Anyway, that's it for this week's episode of the Thread to Mend podcast. Thanks so much for watching. I'm so glad that you might have enjoyed this content. It's not knitting focused. It's just living. That's all I have time for. But I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and that you take care.